How I was living the dream as a traveling speaker, coming right up in this Speak Up video. Hi, I'm Yang. I'm the speaker coach here at Speaking Volumes, and today we've got another Speak Up video about a defining moment in my life. Hopefully you can take something from them as well. And it's about traveling as a speaker. And I had this opportunity come up when I was speaking for the training company, and I was speaking there for a year. And at that point, I was traveling around Melbourne, speaking at different venues. There was like 6 or 7 different venues around Melbourne, and I was working 3 to 4 presentations every single week. And by this time, I had done over 80, 90 presentations, and I had the opportunity to say, Yang, you're doing a great job. I would like you to go traveling to Sydney. Would you want to do it, to do presentations there? I said, yes. Absolutely. I thought, wow, that's a great opportunity. I was pretty excited to go work and speak and also travel at the same time. And I thought, never expected this. It was a chart-breaking moment because it went beyond my expectations of what was possible. It was so fast as well. You know, I was speaking, I was living my passion, and then I had the opportunity also to travel at the same time. So brilliant. I get my flights paid for, I had accommodation and food paid for, I get a car rental paid for as well. So I get everything paid for. So I went to Sydney, I did 4 presentations there, all in new venues, and loved it. I loved just traveling there and being able to train new staff as well and to work new venues. And I loved it. I love engaging with new crowds, engaging with new audiences, and there were so much bigger audiences as well. There was like over 100 people usually in those presentations, and in Melbourne there were usually 70, 80, never got to 150. So there were massive crowds, and I loved, I guess, the logistics, the new experience of being able to engage with a much bigger audience, which was really fun. And then I had the opportunity to go to Brisbane, and then to Perth, and then to Adelaide. It was incredible. I had a great time traveling there and speaking to new audiences, big crowds, engaging with people. It was a lot of fun. I even got the opportunity to travel around and do different activities. Like in Perth, I drove to the Wave. I went to Rottnest Island, saw the quokkas. I did some scuba diving in Adelaide. So I did all these fun things as well. In Brisbane, I went to Mount Coolum. I did some hiking. I went to the beach a few times. And it was all part of, you know, going on a trip, except there was work involved as well. And I love that, I guess, combination. When I went on those interstate trips, I had to bring a lot of luggage, I had to bring a laptop, I had to bring a projector, and there was always issues. My manager, he forgot to buy travel baggage, so I had to buy travel baggage and then get reimbursed for it, because I arrived at the airport and realized I had no travel baggage. For example, I had to bring a laptop, a company laptop projector as well, and I had to get up at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning to get on the flight and to pick up those things, and then sometimes things would be forgotten, so I had to buy things from Officeworks. I had to make sure that the cables were right, because there was one time when the laptop didn't work for Adelaide and I had to use my own laptop, but then the adapter wasn't working, and there was heaps of times when the venue didn't work properly because there were multiple entrances and some people didn't go through the right entrance, and so there were all these headaches. There were times when we didn't have the right equipment, didn't have a microphone, the room was set up really weird, the room configuration was really weird. There were all these things that popped up whenever you go to a new city, a new venue. You know, every time I went to a new state, there were new staff and I had to train them. And the first time you ever do a presentation, when you assist, there's always going to be some sort of mistakes. There's going to be growing pains of learning new skills, learning the process, and people aren't going to be perfect the first time. And when you run a seminar, you want it to be seamless. Otherwise, it's not going to go very well. The other thing is, I like to have a routine at home. I liked having a plan of what I was going to do every day, and then traveling over there, the plan just went out the window. There was always things that I had to do, and so I didn't really have a lot of free time. So when I went there, I had to train people, I had to manage the venue, I had to suss out the new venue and kind of work things out, had to work out how to drive there from the place I was staying at, I had to find a place to stay. Outside of the actual speaking, I had to do all these extra additional things. So I realize now that if I want to travel and speak, I probably don't want to do it every single week. And it was too frequent. I was away for 4 or 5 days, or I was away from Morgan. Reflecting back, I like having a routine. I like traveling for traveling's sake. So if I did it all again, I'll refine my dream, because initially I thought, hey, I'm going to speak and I'm going to travel and I'm going to do both. But in reality, I probably want to maybe do that once every 3 months. I was doing all these extra things. I didn't really experience traveling to its fullest, because when you travel, you want to have spontaneous adventures, you want to have time to do things. And I always had in the back of my mind, I needed to go somewhere, I need to get back to the seminar to do things. So there wasn't always the flexibility to do that. And I realized at the end of the day, I didn't have that much extra time. Yes, it was a chart-breaking moment for me. It went beyond my expectations of, hey, I can travel and speak, but I realized the headaches that go with that, especially if I'm the one who's managing a lot of the logistics. If I was just speaking, then I suppose that's a lot easier. If I was just going there to speak and not having to manage everything else. So where in your life do you have a dream or a goal and you got there and you realized it wasn't exactly what you wanted? And that's great. The lesson here is you go for it, you get what you want, and then you realize, hey, it might not be exactly what you wanted. You're going to refine your dream. You're going to change it up. You're going to change the specifications and go for something different. And that's the progression, you know. So where in your life have you gone for a dream or a goal and didn't go the way you expected? It wasn't exactly what you wanted. Let me know in the comments below. There are more Speak Up videos coming up. I spoke to a lawyer. I told her about the situation that I was in, and she said, Yang, you've got a strong case. I would pursue it. And I'll see you in another Speak Up video.